Thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. For the Denver Nuggets, they come in off that loss to Milwaukee at the BMO Harris Bradley Center.
Hey, who got ball? Who got ball?
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Russell Westbrook out there with Dwayne Wade. That's Tony Allen. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Jones in at power forward. Millsap is screen on Nelson. Shot clock at 6. Nice D from Cousins. And here are the Nuggets now.
And the Nuggets might not have too many household names, but they do have some depth. And from 1 to 12, you look up and down that roster, they have players with NBA talent. Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Nelson kicks to Cousins. The dish to Ibaka. And Cousins throws it down.
And Cousins is a big body who knows just how to back down the D. When he has the room to throw it down, he does not hesitate for 1 second.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. The Nuggets have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. And so just over a minute and a half played. Nelson kicks to Cousins. It's stolen by Jones. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Oh, well, that's because it was terrific anticipation. Also, the quick hands, a lethal combination. You have to love it when your bigs play big. He's one of those guys.
Got a piece of it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Here's Westbrook. Jones for 3.
Blessed with awesome physical tools. Ibaka can alter shots anywhere on the floor.
Opening up 1 for 4 is definitely not the ideal start they were hoping for.
Nelson kicks to Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
Not a good idea to let him get such good position in the paint.
Man, this defense has to be more aware out there. Once he's established like that, it's game over.
And you can see that the Hornets are committed to Steve Clifford, can't you?
Well, just think about it. It's been a long time since the Hornets franchise has had a coach that has stuck around like Clifford. He's the first coach to win 100 games with this team in over a decade and a half. He has had them competing each year he's been with the team.
No. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
Oh, yeah, and as a big man, you need such an aggressive move. That's the tone that you want to set, the attitude that you're trying to play with. Your teammates will follow.
Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
Oh, get out the way. Move, and that pumps up his teammates as well. That's a statement play all the way around. Pick it up.
He dishes it to Ibaka. Booker the pass to to Cousins. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Good work defensively by Jones.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. And you look over the career of Dwayne Wade. He was initially a slasher, but he's improved his shot and pull-up jumper immensely, and even has become a threat from deep if you give him space.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Thinking again about how Wade's skills have evolved over the years, his offensive game has grown immensely since his rookie season.
And it's why he will go down as one of the all-time greats. His work ethic in improving his game. Fantastic post-up player as a guard. Wade's ability to score in any fashion is what makes him one of the great closers in our game.
Out of bounds, Denver takes possession.
What an awful decision there. No reason that turnover should have taken place.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Splitters checked in for Millsap. P.J. Tucker comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Russell Westbrook. Shots good by Dedmon.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Pass to Tucker. He kicks it to Splitter. Charlotte moving the ball around. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. The Hornets shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here. That free throw good from Allen. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. There's the pick. And the wide open shot from Ginobili. Offline with his three. Jones dishes to Payton. From past the arc. And Jones gets it to go in on the assist by Payton. Jones has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now here's Ginobili. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Allen outside to the middle. 4 seconds left. Ginobili with the steal. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. It's Charlotte. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. What stands out to you guys from the Hornets in this one?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
And you have to give some credit to the play calling, getting the ball to guys in spots where they can really do something with it.
And with more and more big men looking to shoot from outside, Chris, a lot of pick and rolls are turning into pick and pops. In your experience, which was harder to defend?
It depends on the player. If a guy can pick and pop, but he can't dribble, it's easy to stop him because you run him off his spot. If a guy likes to drive, it's easy because, hey, you let him have that jump shot. But if a guy can pass and dribble, then you're in a tough position because, one, he can catch quick and shoot and knock it down. And secondly, I used to like catching it, pump faking, and attacking the basket right away. And third, after I dunk on your head, I'm going to attack, pump fake, and drive and kick it out because help has to come over to help you because the pick and pop has put you in a terrible position. So
yes.
I love the pick and pop, but it only depends. It all depends on the offensive player's skill set to determine how you play each certain individual.
Great way to put it. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Charlotte, Bjelica is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Robin Lopez. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Payton in at the 1. And for Charlotte, Chris, they've taken steps to further their in-house development of talent. This season is the first for the D-League affiliate known as the Greensboro Hornets.
Well, and I love it because now more and more you see franchises having their own D-League affiliate. It helps with the development of rookies and late bloomers. The Hornets have enough young talent on the roster where having a chance for extra minutes will go a long way.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. You see some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. And it's denied. Ginobili against Payton. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Ginobili against Payton. It's intercepted.
And you saw him gauging that pass there. He knew they were coming inside with it and got in position for the steal.
To the inside. Power down with both hands.
And that's a well-placed pass right there, right where his teammate can do something with it.
With the dime.
Hornets have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we've seen DeMarcus Cousins become one of the elite big men in the NBA, dominant in the post and even adding the three-pointer to his game. But at times, his temper has overshadowed his talent. Cousins says he's now turned a corner, saying, "My mind has grown. I understand the league better. I understand the politics of it. Now I'm becoming the professional I need to be. It took time." Guys, he understands he now has to lead by example.
He wants to win, David. We know that. Thank you. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Ginobili with the 3. Denver the rebound. Now E. He's got 6. Here's Dedmon. And another shot. The shot by E, no good.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Well, that's just not wise to take that shot in that situation. He'll think better of it next time around.
7:48.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Nugget lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Fournier. Ginobili outside.
Give me that.
Stolen. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And oh, here we go. Young's got it, the fast break chance. And the shot goes down. Young's got his first basket of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior. And you love the defense that Ibaka brings to the court every game. Provides big problems for his matchup with his length. Is good to block at least a couple shots every night, it seems.
Launches it. Denver grabs the miss. They host the Kings after this game. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. And Cousins gets it to go.
Oh, when Cousins finds his comfort zone, it's incredibly hard for the defense to keep up with him.
Assist goes to.
And with Ibaka and his defensive presence, it's not only the blocks he gets, but the threat of blocks that makes him great.
That's a great point. You see a lot of very talented players starting to hear footsteps when they get close to Ibaka. It isn't just that shot blocking that you mentioned. It's his help defense and ability also to defend on the perimeter. Also incredibly strong and very difficult to back down.
2 shots.
And just look, now with Cousins, we see him becoming that player everyone hoped he would become when he entered the league. It's strange to think he was taken 5th overall in his draft, given his skill set. You would think a lot of GMs would want that do-over.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. E.G. and Lee, and he's checked in for Ibaka. James Ennis comes in for Nick Young. Ellenelli, he's checked in for Devin Booker. And it's Ginobili in for Jameer Nelson.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And for Cousins, certainly he will end up being one of the best players in the league out of that 2010 draft.
He's one of the best big men in the game, and his skills on the court have never been questioned, but his antics on the court have been, and that's what dropped his draft position. He can butt heads with his coach at times and doesn't hide any contention. It's happened often enough in his career that he has to accept part of the blame for it.
Substitution.
Timeout.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte.
Denver calls
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Well, I also think, Greg, he wanted to give his guys a quick breather. They're expending a lot of energy. They're expending a lot of energy out there right now.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Denver. And then for Charlotte, Jones checked in for Millsap. And Nate Robinson is subbed in for Russell Westbrook.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
with the dime.
Inside. Here's E. And he slams it one-handed.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink.
The Hornets shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Chicago Splitter taking 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. Nine seconds left in the second quarter. And Ginobili, here we go. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Terrence Jones.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
That's his first.
For Denver, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Nuggets.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Robinson with it. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at DeMarcus Cousins in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
The power he showed, the explosiveness, just a lethal combination inside.
We've got Ennis, Ginobili out there with Bellinelli. Then there's Gian Leon, and it's Dedmon in at the 5. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Ginobili kicks to Bellinelli. Back to Ginobili. Dishes it to Dedmon. Shot clock at 6. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Chris, you're looking up and down rosters all the time, and you always notice the guys that keep teams together, the glue guys. They may not be the stars, but they're important players. In that regard, who are some of the better glue guys in the NBA now?
Well, let's just look at the last year's playoffs. I mean, you got to look at a guy like Boris Diaw that can play so many positions and come in and score 20 for you or not score at all and still stay valuable for his team. A guy like Draymond Green that not only plays defense so well, but does so many other things so well offensively, keeps his guys rallies, gets them together. And then how about Steven Adams just being a terror down there in that post, holding it down for the big fellas. Those 3 guys come to mind.
Great perspective. Kicks it to E. Gets a hand on it. It's good on the putback. Dedmon's got his second bucket of the night.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Robinson passes to Fournier. Outside, Jones. Robinson for 3. Here's Splitter. And it's slammed in by Splitter.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Down low. Here's Dedmon.
Dwayne Dedmon.
That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. Ginobili's got 5 assists in the game. Deep 2 from Robinson. And it's Robinson again missing. It's deflected. And stolen by Barnes. Splitter kicks to Barnes. Nailed from three-point land.
Timeout, timeout.
Barnes has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Denver calls timeout. A bit of a tidbit about the Hornets. They have never won their division since becoming an NBA team in 1988. Chris, that is a long drought, to say the least.
Wow, that is a long drought, and they've had good teams. Plenty of playoff appearances. They have finished second in their division on numerous occasions. They have even had home court advantage in the opening round of their postseason without ever winning the division.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Robin Lopez is checked in for the Hornets. Bjelica comes in for Matt Barnes. Cousins with a screen for Nelson. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Nuggets lead by 17.
That's just a massive pick set by Cousins. He's so big that he makes it very hard to fight around him once he establishes his position.
Fires it up. Ibaka. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Splitter's got 4 rebounds in this game. Robinson dishes to Splitter.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Well, also a miscommunication on defense. No one rotates over. See ya.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Charlotte Hornets made a concerted effort last season to improve what had been terrible three-point shooting. Coach Steve Clifford said, if you look at trends in this league, three-point shooting percentage was the #1 factor why teams won. That's the way this league has gone. It makes sense, right? It creates spacing, which opens up things for everybody else. Kevin?
Yeah, trying to space the floor. Thank you, D.A.
And making the extra pass makes all the difference. These guys trust each other. And the precision lead pass by a highly skilled playmaker.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Ibaka. Nelson outside. And Ibaka slams it in.
And not the most flamboyant dunker, but Ibaka goes to the rack with rude intentions nonetheless.
Lopez outside. Robinson for 3. Not going to go that time. Now Denver takes it the other way.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
That's his second personal foul.
Chris, make no mistake about it, DeMarcus Cousins is a legitimate threat from beyond the arc.
And with Cousins, it almost seems unfair to have a 7-footer with his build shooting threes. Now look, he shoots at a good clip. He can stretch out a defense if left unguarded. He's never going to become a jump shooting big by any means, but now you can't sag off of him on that perimeter.
It's Bjelica, and the Hornets miss again.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Young with no one around. And the 3 off target. Lopez kicks to Fournier. Bjelica passes to Fournier. The Hornets have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. First free throw is good. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Nelson dishes to Young. Cousins inside. Good D by Lopez. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Nuggets ahead, running away with it. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. The Nuggets leading by 22. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. Robin Lopez out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Tony Allen. Then there's Elfrid Payton. And it's Bjelica in at the three, the small forward. Over in the corner, Allen takes a three. Tucker.
Basket.
Count it.
PJ Tucker.
Tucker's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Hornets.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And Nelson gets it to go.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
They're taking any look they can get from there and just making it rain from the perimeter right now.
Payton kicks to Bjelica. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, with that emphatic slam.
Hey, Kev, I love the play, but you know what? Anyone at this level can throw it down on you if you hand it to him on a silver platter.
Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. Back to Payton. I think everyone would agree, Chris, you're one of the best passing big men in the history of the NBA. Why is it that passing from post players isn't a skill that is developed more at all levels of basketball?
Well, one thing, it seems like we have less post players, but
yeah.
You know what? I'm not sure. I think maybe it's been an emphasis on scoring. I don't know. All I can speak about is me, Kevin, and I grew up watching, Magic Johnson, who at that time was a freakish player because he was 6'9", playing the point guard. Think about how the game has evolved. And so
yes.
For myself, I wanted to take that passing skills of him, Connie Hawkins, other guys that I saw hold the ball with one hand and palm it in the post, guys that I knew can dominate in the post, and I kept thinking, why waste the possession? If I'm going to beast down here in this post, if I get double teamed, I don't want to just pass it out for a waste of possession. Why not make something happen with it? So maybe it could be the mentality as well.
Well said. Terrence Jones has checked in for Charlotte. Well, it sure feels like more and more the league has demanded now more players with skill at every position. Guys, Chris, who can dribble and pass and shoot. Do you think you'd have been even more valued if you played in today's game?
You know what? A legend once told me not to kind of look back and compare or to wonder about what could have been. And I don't know. I do like the fact that when I had that skill set, it was appreciated by my coach, teammates, and some fans. But for most people back then, they would say you're trying to do too much, or it doesn't mean anything to have 5 assists a game or to get guys involved. And, for me, I just thought that the more you can do, the better you are at all skill sets, the more you make yourself valuable to your team, the more you should be on the court, and it validates that. So for me, I just took all my favorite players and I stole from them. I wanted to be like them, and I thank the generations that came before me that allowed me to see what the game should look like, and then, add my own little style and flair to it and do my own thing.
Good point. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
3-second violation.
Yeah, foolish play. He's got to be thinking out there.
Well, that's just a rush decision on his part. He needs to take his time out there and make better choices.
Young in the corner. Back to Nelson. The three. But they recover it. For 3, Booker. Again, the miss by Booker.
Nah, he's really had a rough quarter on the offensive side of the floor.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
It's effort, it's ability. He also has incredible instincts.
The Hornets have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them.
One basket
And the three ball is good.
He's not the most prolific shooter from downtown, but someone on defense still has to check him.
Set up, set up. I see him, I see him.
Ibaka sets the pick for Nelson. Booker outside. Nick Young on the wing. Nelson outside. Just 5 on the clock. .149 left to play here in the fourth. On the wing, Barnes. Defended by Young. Barnes passes to Tucker. Lets it go from 11. Denver grabs the miss. Ibaka's got his third rebound on the night.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Denver.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win. And what a huge standout performance it was for DeMarcus Cousins.
He took care of so much of the work for them down low, they didn't even have to worry about rebounding with him on the floor. He had it handled. What a display on the glass.
Shoots the three. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Nelson.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
When one guy gets hot sometimes, it's infectious, and the team does too. That's what seemed to happen for them on that play.
Jameer Nelson.
And Alfred Payton, who's coming out of the University of Louisiana Lafayette. Coming into the NBA, you heard a lot of comparisons to guys like Rajon Rondo, and maybe even a comparison to the great Gary Payton.
Yeah, and all of them great rebounders who can play stifling defense. Alfred physically at 6'4" is closer to GP in size, and athletically I think he takes the edge over both of the elder statesmen.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. No good from Booker.
And he has slipped into a funk. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, everybody goes through slumps. He can't let it get to him, though. Everyone makes mistakes on the floor. You just have to always be thinking about the next play.
Your Nuggets dancers.
.15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. And so here's Denver. And here's Nelson. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort.
Trust me, listen. Me and my